it's Joe, and today we are going to look at some of the easiest and laziest ways to animate whatever you desire. Not exactly whatever, but most of it. Hit the subscribe and like button because rumor has it that it improves your animation skills by 500%. So when I started studying animation and got to know the real deal, I almost gave up. But then I remembered I don't have to make my life that hard. Our time here is limited. So I came across some tricks that make life so much easier. Let's begin. You can download this free animation cheat sheet from Gumroad if you want to check other exercises and resources. But first, software. What program do I use? I started with OpenToons, a free animation software, with this very cheap XP Pen tablet on my old laptop. But you can use whatever you can get your hands on. Don't let a software or device stop you from learning animation. Are layers necessary? Yes, start with any art program with layers. Animation is arranging images one after the other to give the illusion of movement. So in order to create that illusion, we must be able to arrange backgrounds, characters, and other elements accordingly. Now onto the easiest techniques. How to animate like this. So I have imported my character design in PNG form in Toonsquid. PNG is an image with transparent background. I have drawn this in Procreate as I usually do character designs and backgrounds there, and I know my way around it pretty well. So go to library. Import your design. You'll see this onion icon here, which stands for onion skin. It's a function used to see the previous and next frame in order to draw better in betweens. But you can even use the opacity option to adjust the transparency of your layers if you're using any art program. Now go to the next frame and draw over your character one more time using the onion skin as a reference, and draw your lines slightly off. Only then you'll achieve this wobbly line look. Press play and reduce the FPS to 7 or 8. FPS is frames per second, is the number of images displayed in 1 second. The higher the number, the faster the action gets done. 24 FPS is the industry standard, but indie animators I know animate on 8 or 12 FPS or even lower. Now this is an extra step, but if you color your character and import as PNGs in Toonsquid, choose the first frame. On your right, tap on Properties, Effects. Under Layer Styles, choose Stroke. Change the color to white. You can adjust the width to whatever you like. I keep this between 7 and 8. Again tap on the plus sign on Effects and choose the Drop Shadow option under Layer Styles. You can play around with these values to get your desired effect. Make sure you remember them though, because we have a second frame to match. Try changing the background color if you want the color to pop. And this is the final result. You can repeat this step as many times as you want. Do you see how this makes the character look alive? You can create lots of poses and animate them too. Here is another example done in Procreate for a rainy day scene. Second technique. How to move any object from point A to point B using keyframes. I will show you this example I posted on Instagram. I'm using Procreate Dreams for this demo, but you can use any editing software as well. Even CapCut works. So I open a new canvas, widescreen in Dreams, and tap on plus sign to import this background done in Procreate. I have also saved this shooting star as a PNG image, and let's import that as well. You'll see a blue box appear around it and you'll be able to move it anywhere you want. Now tap on keyframe at the bottom. Tap on the movie icon to reveal actions. Choose move and further choose move and scale. Now drag the star outside the canvas. The moment you move it, a box like keyframe will appear where the playhead is. I want it to move quickly across the screen, so I take the playhead to 1 second and move the star out of the frame at the bottom. You'll see a second keyframe assigned to it automatically. Press play, and I think I would like it to go faster, so I will bring the second keyframe closer to the first. Test it, and yes, this looks perfect. I will also reduce the duration of this drawing as it's not needed beyond 1 second. Now hold the star layer and choose duplicate at the top. You will see the exact same drawing appear on the track above. You can play around with the keyframes and bring them closer or move them further apart for these different effects. This looks so much better. Now let's move objects without keyframes. Here we use the layer approach. I will use the same background I used in the previous example, and I will be doing this in Procreate. Let's duplicate the star, move it to the bottom, press play. Let's reduce the FPS slightly. I will keep this at 8 FPS. Turn on onion skin. Now let's add other frames in between. There is no right or wrong number of frames, by the way, and you don't have to draw as many frames as possible. Duplicate the star and place them anywhere in between like this. But this is a recipe for a very dull and boring animation, because in real life every object is interacting with something or the other, so it eventually speeds up or down. So then what makes animations interesting? Let's try using this, ease in. If you place the in-betweens very close to the beginning, you get this ease in effect, where the object starts slowly and then speeds up. It is very similar to natural acceleration in real life. Also, if they are placed very close towards the end, you get the ease out effect. The animation starts fast and slows down. Ease in and out is a combination of the above two animations. So basically, more frames gives you slower animation and fewer frames gives you faster animation. If you go a step ahead and add some squash and stretch, you can see how star 2 here looks like it has such a different personality. For this you got to know how to use the 12 principles of animation, which I will be covering in the advanced techniques video. This is great for showing movement of clouds, airplanes, spaceships, and even used to add comedic timing of characters in short form animation. The third technique. We are entering slightly advanced territory here. You don't have to know god level anatomy for this. If you can just draw a basic human like this, that's alright too. And to be honest, even complex animations start out with very rough shapes. Character peeking from behind a wall. I will be doing this in Toonsquid. So draw a wall and set it as a background. Next, draw the final frame, something like this. The first frame can be empty, or you can draw a hand here. Turn on onion skin. Now remember, in animation things always move in arcs. So I will add this arc over here and draw the poses like these. Press play and check it. Yes, it works. Now let's go on to our refined characters from Witch Hat Atelier. So first I set this wall as a background layer in Procreate, and the end result is Coco picking out. So I drew the final frame like this. Add an empty frame. So this is how my animation is going to look like. I will add this arc here for her eyeline to track her movement. You can even have it for the hairline or keep the nose as a reference point. Now I'll slowly add these poses in between. Just duplicate the final layer and adjust it along the arc. Test your animation first. If it looks good, only then go ahead and color it. And once I'm happy with the moment, I will think of adding anything else, like I added an eye blink here and some squash and stretch here. You can download the free files to test it on your own if you want. To make it even more fun, I decided to add Quifrey as well. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly. Now after the character comes to a halt, the hair will still remain in motion. Due to physics, it's an animation principle called secondary action. But yeah, this is an absolute beginner's guide, so it will be covered in the next one. So you see, animation is basically arranging images in a sequence. You can make looping animations out of these as well. I had to script this video a couple of times because I wanted to make sure this is as simple as possible. So I hope you find it valuable and that it improves your work. Now that you know these techniques, you have no reason not to animate. Substitute your characters in these examples shown and enjoy making short animations. I highly recommend learning the 12 principles of animation if you want to make the truly magical stuff. And if you loved this video, keep an eye out for the next one about the advanced stuff and let me know in the comments what you created. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!